So I'm sure you've noticed my account's been getting hot lately, especially with these guys. But you know, things are starting to simmer down a little bit, and I just kind of want to end this and go back onto business as usual with an observation that I've made. So I started the series Questions for Americans so people from other countries could get to know Americans. Because I've seen a lot of anti-American sentiment on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, you name it. And I'm sure you have too. And if you're not American and you're watching this, I'm sure you know in our politics, there's the left and the right. I'm neither one of those. I'm somewhere in the middle. That's where most Americans actually are. Most Americans who aren't even involved in politics usually skew somewhere in the middle. And also, my mom grew up in the South, and my dad grew up in the North. So I feel like I have a good mix of the Southern and Northern culture growing up. So, you know, I feel like I'm a pretty good representation of the United States. But that wasn't the main reason. The main reason is I'm not seeing anybody clapping back. I see Ben Shapiro clapping back, but that's typically to other Americans. When non-Americans are hating on America, I'm not seeing any Americans step up to the plate. Well, I'm slowly starting to find out why. You give any pushback at all against their country, poof, that's it. There was a viral video a couple of years ago where like a kangaroo has a dog in like a headlock, and a guy runs over and rescues his dog, and he actually punches the kangaroo. I made a clip that just had the flag of Australia next to the kangaroo and my head on the guy running over, and I said, hey, leave my country alone. And I had the United States flag over the dog, removed. And it's not even the fact that the guy hit the kangaroo. That clip has gone viral on multiple accounts on TikTok. The only difference between mine and all of those is that my face is photoshopped onto the guy instead. And it was me defending the United States and making fun of Australia. The country that made this app and has influence in most other apps want to feel better about themselves, so they boost the anti-American content. So I guess the main takeaway from this is just know that when you see anti-American content out there, there was probably 3 Americans that could correct them and tell them what America is really about. Hold on, let me switch to President Bloxcast on this one. My fellow Americans, I'll end this historic day by saying this, and I guess this is directed to the non-Americans. You saw it with Trump. The American presidency is not big enough to go after big tech alone, and they're going to be able to censor or ban whoever they want. So I'll say this, if you've been on social media for more than 5 minutes, you've seen anti-American content. You'll see that America is this backwards hellscape, you'll see that we hate our minorities and that we hate our women, and it couldn't be further from the truth. And as much as Americans want to show you and make videos showing you what America's really about, they get silenced. And what you don't see or can't see or maybe not even pay attention to is people risk everything to come to America. They separate themselves from their families to come here to give themselves a better opportunity. Very prosperous nations are begging us for help. They're begging us to join an alliance with us that will secure them militarily, so they can lay their heads down at night and know that their children have futures because of Americans. Our country definitely has problems. We have a broken healthcare system that's going to be very hard to fix. I don't have an answer for why there is no paid maternity leave in the United States. As president, it is my goal to establish 12 weeks of maternity leave. If we are about to be a country that is pro-life, we must be pro-American family. So, even if you're new to politics and you don't have statistics memorized or whatever the case, especially if anybody from these countries here ask why America is so great, just let them know that we're more willing to fight for their land than they are. And if something happened to them overnight, there'd be more of us fighting for them than them. So, you can go ahead and make fun of us all you want, but just know that we'll always protect you, we'll always have your back, and we're the greatest country on the face of this earth.
Given a fair chance, Americans have never, ever, ever, ever let their country down. Never.
And our enemies don't even stand a chance. Our rights will never be stolen. Our freedoms will never be trampled.
Let us remember that we can do these things not just because of wealth or power, but because of who we are. One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And what is at stake is not just America's freedom. This is the world's fight. This is civilization's fight. This is the fight of all who believe in progress and pluralism, tolerance and freedom.
In the century we're leaving, America has often made the difference between chaos and community, fear and hope.
Our nation is the enduring dream of every immigrant who ever set foot on these shores and the millions still struggling to be free.
And the Cuban stopped and said, "How lucky you are. I had some place to escape to." And in that sentence, he told us the entire story. If we lose freedom here, there's no place to escape to. This is the last stand on earth.